Hello and welcome back to Road TRIpVIA, the once-a-day road trip trivia quiz. Today's episode is number 999. That means tomorrow is episode number 1000. We're in the final 50 trivia challenge. This is part 2. Today's questions come from James. James sent me these questions and a one-sentence email, and that sentence I think sums it all up. He said, "This has been interesting, but time-consuming." And I agree with you. Good luck, everybody. Question number 1. Bees fly more distance than a trip around the world to gather a pound of honey. The average worker bee makes about 1/12 of a teaspoon of honey in her lifetime. It requires how many worker bees to gather a pound of honey? I don't know how they measure this kind of stuff. That's a lot of counting. Give or take 50 if you're playing by yourself. It takes 556 worker bees. Question number 2. In the original TV show Star Trek, featuring Captain James T. Kirk, what was the alien species that gave the crew of the USS Enterprise the most trouble and the species that they battled with the most? The species they battled with the most often were the Klingons. Question number 3. The long-running television classic Petticoat Junction was one of the most successful and beloved situational comedies of the 1960s. What was the name of the dog on the show? That dog's name was Dog. Question number 4. Smothered in butter teriyaki grilled onions, maitake mushrooms, wagyu beef, foie gras, shaved black truffles, and Japanese mayonnaise. What normally common food item was sold for $169 in Seattle, Washington? So this is the expensive version of what normal common food item. The answer is a hot dog. Question number 5. The first network email was sent by computer engineer Ray Tomlinson. The email to himself said something like QWERTY UIOP because apparently spell check wasn't invented yet. What decade was the first email sent? The answer is the 1970s, 1971 specifically. Question number 6. ESPN was founded by Bill Rasmussen, who had an affinity with sports for much of his life, his son Scott Rasmussen, and the then 43-year-old eye doctor and Aetna insurance agent Ed Egan. What does ESPN stand for? ESPN stands for Entertainment and Sports Programming Network. Question number 7. The brand was followed by Heineken in second and Stella Artois in third. Although brand value is a bit hard to measure and different definitions exist, by most rankings, what was the most valued beer brand worldwide in 2021 with a worth of $16.1 billion US dollars? That beer brand was Budweiser. Question number 8. It was originally supposed to be accompanied by the Speedwell, but that ship couldn't make the voyage. It left England in September and arrived at Cape Cod in November of 1620. What is the name of this ship used by the Pilgrims? The answer is the Mayflower. Question number 9. Traditionally sung as part of the 7th inning stretch of a baseball game, what is the name of the 1908 Tin Pan Alley song by Jack Norworth and Albert von Tilzer, which has become the unofficial anthem of North American baseball? The answer is Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Question number 10. According to most sources, the Easter Bunny is the most famous bunny in the world. With that spot taken, who is the second most famous bunny in the world that was created in the late 1930s by Tex Avery and Robert McKimson? That bunny is Bugs Bunny. Question number 11. With more beer brands turning to canning instead of bottling, the need for innovative packaging became a huge industry. By 1963, the tab top was ready to market, and the first beer in a pull tab can was the Iron City beer by what brewing company? Iron City beer was brewed by the Pittsburgh Brewing Company. Question number 12. Through a non-profit organization, Dogs for Defense, the public could loan their family dogs to the Marine Corps. During World War II, approximately 25% of the dogs used during combat were German Shepherds, and about 75% of the dogs used were what breed? The answer is Doberman Pinscher. Question 13. The Davis School of Veterinary Medicine is the largest veterinary school in the United States and has been ranked first in the world since 2015. In what U.S. state is the Davis School of Veterinary Medicine? That school is located at the University of California in Davis. The answer is California. Question number 14. Luckily for her, she was adopted by German immigrant Karl Spitz, the unofficial dog trainer of Hollywood. With his help, she was trained to become one of her generation's most coveted canine actresses. What was the most famous screen name of the dog whose real name was Terry? The answer is Toto from The Wizard of Oz. Question 15. One of the most popular film stars of the 1960s and 70s, he was known for his rugged good looks and cool, tough guy persona. What actor first earned widespread attention in 1958 with his starring roles in the sci-fi classic The Blob and the TV western Wanted Dead or Alive? The answer is Steve McQueen. Question 16. Hugh Milburn Stone was best known for his role as Doc Adams. In 1968, Stone received an Emmy Award for Outstanding Performance by an Actor in a Supporting Role in a Drama for his work on the CBS Western series Gunsmoke. What was Doc Adams' first name on Gunsmoke? His name was Dr. Galen Adams. Galen is the answer. Question 17. Sir Richard Branson, with the blessing of the Spencer family, approached Elton with the idea of rewriting the lyrics of his 1973 song Candle in the Wind as a tribute to Princess Diana. Originally, Candle in the Wind was meant to celebrate another star. Who was that? That song was originally written for Marilyn Monroe. Question number 18. Not surprisingly, since after all mosquitoes bite us to harvest proteins from our blood, research shows that they may find certain blood types more appetizing than others. One study found that in a controlled setting, mosquitoes landed on more often people with what blood type? According to this study, it appears mosquitoes prefer type O blood. Question 19. If anyone should be credited with pioneering the miniskirt, it is British designer Mary Quant, who opened what became the iconic boutique Bazaar in 1955 on King's Road in London's Chelsea neighborhood. What did she name the skirt after? Besides the obvious size of the dress, she named it after her favorite car, the Mini. And question 20. On April 3rd, 1973, engineer Martin Cooper made the first ever cell phone call on the Dynatac 8000X. The prototype he used weighed 2.4 pounds. This first portable cell phone was manufactured by what company? The Dynatac 8000X was manufactured by Motorola. And that is it for today. And that is it for the 3-digit episode numbers. Starting tomorrow will be episode 1000. We'll be in the 4 digits from this point forward. Tomorrow morning will be the last final 50 trivia challenge. Tomorrow evening will be the live episode. As I've stated before, I have no idea how the live episode's going to go. I've never done one before, so this will be a learning experience for all of us. We'll start it off like a regular episode. We're going to do some trivia at the beginning. Then we're going to take a break. We'll ask questions. We'll have the live chat going. You can ask me any questions you have personally or about the channel. I'll show some pictures kind of from behind the scenes of the channel over the last few years, the different places that I've recorded in, some of the road, I'll show some of the pictures that we've used on the quizzes. And if you have any questions about where those places are, I'll answer those. I am also planning, if any of the viewers that watch this channel have some road trip pictures that they'd like shown during the live episode, I'll accept those. If they're obviously family appropriate, you can email them to roadtripvia@gmail.com. I'll have a point where I'm posting pictures of viewers' road trips, which I think will be pretty cool. If it gets boring, I'll just skip straight to the part where we give away $500 cash to one of the final 50 trivia contributors. That should make it exciting, and then we'll just wrap up. It could be 30 minutes, it might go an hour. I really don't know how long it's going to go. This is just the first one to kind of see if this is a type of episode we want to try again. I've done 1,000 episodes over 1,000 days, and the format has barely changed. It went from 20 questions to 21 questions, and it went from about 10-11 minutes to about 13-14 minutes. So it's barely changed in 1,000 days. I want to try something different. Also, my birthday hits at midnight of the live episode evening. So since I'm in a new city and a new town and I don't know anybody here, I figured I would do a little birthday, for my birthday, I would get online, do a live episode, and spend it with the people that I've spent the last 3 years with. So if that sounds interesting, join us for the live episode tomorrow night. And I'm accepting suggestions. If there's anything you want to see on the live episode, shoot me an email, roadtripvia@gmail.com. Now, here is question 21, the tiebreaker from James. Early American colonists used English, Spanish, and French money while they were under English rule. However, in 1775, the Continental Congress authorized the issuance of currency to finance the Revolutionary War. Who famously made the first plates for this continental currency? The first plates made for the continental currency were by Paul Revere. That's it for today. See you tomorrow.